Hello guys, this is a video about playing chords on Ableton Push. I noticed that most of the Push players usually use chords like this. Of course you can start with these triads, but there's something more than that, even if we're talking about simple major and minor chords. Classical harmony usually deal with four voices: bass, tenor, alto and soprano, because harmony originated as a vocal discipline for people singing together. If we take this idea of playing chords made of four notes, we can see that it's quite handy for Push. You can start with a simple triad and then put an additional C in the upper octave. If you move the E note to the upper octave too, then you'll have this voicing. And if the G note is also moved up, you will have this. All these voicings are called close because the top three voices are close to each other. The distance between the neighboring notes is either third or fourth. The other way is playing chords in open position. In this case you have more space between the chord notes, either fifth or sixth, and the order of the notes changes. So here's C major chord in open voicings. These 6 examples of chord fingerings I have just shown sound different, but they are all just versions of the same C major chord. And you can find even more variants of voicing. If you play all the notes of C major chord within the 4 octaves available on 64 pads, there will be a pattern like this. So here there are 13 notes and 4 octaves that are played simultaneously. You see more pads that are lit up just because some of the notes are duplicated. If you study this pattern and try to remember its structure, then it will be much easier for you to find your way around chord voicings and to build your own versions of major and minor chords. If we switch to minor scale and play minor chords stacked above each other the same way, we will have the minor chord pattern that looks absolutely the same. So we can play all the chord voicings that I have shown before, but now they all will be minor. Let's try some other chord voicings. Instead of doubling the root note, we can try doubling the third. Or we can double the fifth. If we play these chords in major, they will sound like this. If you play these chord shapes from the other notes in the in-scale mode, then some of the chords will turn out to be major, minor or diminished. It depends on the structure of the scale that you use. You can check this out in the chromatic mode. As you look at the scales in chromatic mode, you may see how the distance between the white notes changes. So if you play a few chords, you can see how it works. Let's see how the close and open voicings will look in chromatic mode. Here are the close and open voicings in minor and major. You can see that the chord quality here depends only on fingering. If you play the white note, it is in the scale, and if it's black, then it's out of the scale. That may be one of the reasons to use the chromatic mode, if you want some chord both in minor and major quality in your harmony. So all this time I was just playing major and minor chords in different voicings. I think I should mention at least how to play some of the seventh chords. The most important three types of the seventh chords are major seventh chord, minor seventh, and the dominant seventh. And you can see that the quality of the seventh chord also depends on the scale and the note that you play it from. Now I'll switch to in-scale mode and select Mixolydian scale in key of G. So here are the voicings of the dominant seventh chord. If we play these chord voicings from A, they will become minor seventh. And if we play them from C, these chords will turn into major sevenths. There are also lots of other cool chords like ninth chords and suspended ones, but I won't be able to explain them all in this small video. So thanks for watching, and I hope you have learned something you may use in your music.